Playoff baseball, and the winner tonight moves one step closer to the league championship series. Senators and Big Train. Bethesda been one of the best teams in the league all season, and they dominate nearly every offensive stat category. But tonight, the Senators, they battle better than anyone. They'll have to do exactly that this evening if they got any hopes of pulling off an upset. Hello and welcome. So glad you can join us. Cody Wagner with you from beautiful Shirley Povich Field on a Thursday evening in late July. Boy, it's hot this one. Sunny, 84 degrees at the moment from Rockville, Maryland. Bethesda Big Train, it's named after the city, of course, of Bethesda. Yet the ballpark, Shirley Povich Field, is located right here in Rockville, Maryland. It's 330 to the corners, then 390 to dead center field, and it is an absolute beauty they put together here in Rockville. And they get great attendance each and every night. Sure to be wonderful over these next 2 days with heightened stakes between these two rivals, Senators and Big Train. This, of course, a rematch of last year's league championship series against one another. Big Train were victorious 2-0 over the Senators. It was a 3-game series, as this one will be here in the semifinals. Big Train won Game 1 9-2 after the Senators got a great start from Mark Lubier. He went 5 innings, only gave up 1 run. From there, though, things really unraveled in the bullpen for Southern Maryland, and they just had nothing to offer from there out in the series. Big Train won Game 2 12-3 in dominant fashion. So, Senators looking for something better in this series against the Bethesda Big Train. And for more of a breakdown on how things will likely play out this evening, got an opportunity to sit down with the Senators' very own head coach, Scott Middleton. Here's how that went. Pre-game between the Senators and Big Train from Shirley Povich Field this evening. Coach, first one to touch on last night. What a fantastic victory, and Logan Tribble, he's just been massive for this team recently.
Yeah, I mean, big win, tough one. It was a pitcher stool, you know. Grays are a tough team, but yeah, Trib had the opportunity and he walked with one off. But it was, overall team effort. I mean, I think we had 8 hits. We put the ball in play, but Tribble came up at the right time and, produced.
And then how about Nick Wimberly? Just so much love for him, especially last night where it didn't seem like he was necessarily working with the normal A stuff, not striking out as many batters, but he got through it and only gave up 1 run through 5 innings. How big was he?
He was huge, especially when you're facing a team for the third time, and it wasn't that many days apart.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah. So their second time when they saw Wimberly, even though he had 7 strikeouts in that game, we kept him, I think, at 60 pitches, and he, they fought him. So we knew going in the third game that, they were going to fight him. His pitch count was probably going to go up a little bit, but Wimberly's he's a fighter, and he went out there. He didn't have his best stuff, but man, he bulldogged down and kept the game low for us to produce.
And then tonight, you've kind of got a unique relationship with the team on the other side, the Big Train. You worked in their system for a little bit. You've got a great relationship with their head coach, Sal Colangelo. I guess just talk a little bit about that relationship and then your time in the organization and what that taught you.
Yeah, well, Sal and I are really, really good friends. We joke around with each other, as you know. You've been, here for the back and forth stuff. Got a bunch of nicknames for him. He's got a bunch of nicknames for me. He's my little spicy Italian. But it's a good, clean relationship. We both want to win. Somebody's going to move on. Somebody's not. But we have mad respect for each other, and we talk a lot. Almost every day. But I learned, being with the Big Train for, the 5 years I was with them, in the coaching in the MCBL and for the little train.
Yep.
And then helping out at the camps for big train camps, and then helping out Sal here and there when I wasn't coaching in the MCBL. You learn a lot from Sal. He's been head coach here 20 years. I mean, if you don't pick something up from him, then something's wrong. And I say this a lot to whether it's my players or lessons, or if you don't learn something each year or every day, the game's going to pass you by. And Sal and I just got done talking. He's learning every day still. Something new happens in this game. But Sal was a great person to be under during my time with Big Train, and we're trying to do our own thing here in Southern Maryland, but I'm also trying to bring a lot of stuff that I learned from him over to Southern Maryland from Big Train.
Yeah, and it feels like to some extent maybe that learning, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but what does it mean to you? It seems like the team on the other side, they're always a well-oiled machine coming to the playoffs no matter what happens in the regular season. It seems like you've tried to emulate that a little bit with the Senators.
Yeah, I mean, as you get years and years into this, and I did learn this from Sally, I mean, roster change is going to happen quite a bit in some time, whether it's injuries or, you don't get returners back. It's a constant roster that turns over, and you gotta, he knows who to call if he starts losing players, or if, and I think we're starting to head a little bit in that direction where we had to bring in some players due to injuries and stuff, but he knows how to turn the switch on when he needs to. This is going to be a tough hill to climb here. I mean, we are shorthanded. We're dealing with injuries and stuff, but that's no excuse. We're going to come out. We're going to fight. We're going to give our best. The guys are ready for this, and it's Big Train, man. I wish it was in the championship, but we're in the semis against each other.
Yeah, you said the words fight, battle. Those seem to be the biggest things for this team. And how do you try to do that against what's sure to be tough pitching throughout this entire series, especially tonight? You got one of the best starters in the whole league.
Yeah, I think he's got a 0.38 ERA. He's good. He's a lefty. We've seen him once before for 5 innings. I think we got 3 hits off of him last time we saw him. I've said this a lot, we're going to really have to take advantage of opportunities when we got base runners on, whether that's small ball, sac fly. I mean, we got to find a way, especially with what's over there across from us. They have the best record in the league for a reason. And, we can't make mistakes, and we got to capitalize on stuff that they make mistakes on. If they make a mistake.
Yeah.
But if we get on, we got to be aggressive like we were early on in the year.
Yeah, you left 7 base runners on last night. I'm sure you're keenly aware of that, but you just said at the end of that answer, you want to be more aggressive on the base pass than you were last night. Is that the case?
Yes. Now, with a lefty, that's a little tricky.
Yeah.
Because it's really, you're trying to see if there's something that you can, see if he's telegraphing when he's coming over or not. This guy, he reads it well. The guy that we're facing. We got to pick and choose our moments when we're going to be aggressive, especially with the lefty on the mound. But we will. It's not gonna shut us down just because they're trying to slow us down with the lefty, but we got to find a way.
Thank you, Coach. First pitch coming up, Senators and Big Train. We will have starting lineups for you after this short pause. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search somdbluecrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. Well, let's get you your starting lineups for this evening. On the side of the Senators, it will be Nick Flores, the shortstop, leading things off as he always does. Batting second and playing center field is Adam Trock. The left fielder, Logan Tribble, will bat third. Playing first and hitting fourth is Stephen Krause. In the 5 spot, third baseman Danny Surwick. Batting sixth, designated hitting this evening, Carter Groen. Jax Nichols, the catcher, will bat seventh. Playing second and hitting eighth, Calvin Cook. And rounding out the order, playing right field, is Dawson Smale. Senator's starter this evening will be Aiden Milbert. On the other side, for the Bethesda Big Train, top team in the league, 27-8 record on the year. Leading things off is the center fielder, Alex Peltier, followed by Brennan Wright. He'll play second base. Left fielder, Josh Skorotsky, bats third. Leading the league in batting average this season, Emilio Gonzalez hits in the cleanup spot. He's the first baseman. Playing the outfield, Peyton Steele in right will bat fifth. In the 6th spot, Brett Ott, he's the designated hitter. Playing short and batting seventh is John Martinez. Hitting eighth, the third baseman, Parker Corbin. And rounding out the order in the 9th spot, the Big Train's catcher, Dylan Murphy. They will get the start this evening out of Kide Adatui. He's been the best starter in the entire league this season. He's got a .31 ERA across 29 innings pitched this season. He has been nothing other than fantastic. Yep, that is only 1 run given up across 29 innings pitched. He struck out 32 batters, only walked 12, given up 12 hits. And if you listen to our manager's pregame show with Scott Middleton, you would have heard that Adatui faced off against the Senators. Back on July 10th, he threw 5 innings, was accredited with the win, gave up 3 hits, walked 2, and struck out 3. So he'll let the defense work behind him, doesn't strike him out at the craziest rate like his teammate Drew Bellis does. Bellis strikes out nearly 2 batters an inning. Adatui just barely over 1 an inning, so he struck out 32 across 29 innings. Well, Senators have got to get the bats going early. That was the key gave to me by Scott Middleton, and it's all about scoring the opportunities that they get this evening after leaving 7 stranded yesterday. Well, we'll send you to break and be back with a little more preview before first pitch between the Big Train and Senators this evening. Quick 30-second break, and we're back with more pregame coverage between Southern Maryland and Bethesda. Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. Pre-game festivities roll on from Shirley Povich Field in Rockville, Maryland. Bethesda Big Train, they're about as good as they get. They have won this league 13 times, dating all the way back to 2005. They're in their 21st season in the Cal Ripken League. Their head coach, Sal Colangelo, has been with them every season. With them for a short time in the mid-2010s was Scott Middleton. He joined the organization for about 5 years. He was the head coach of the Little Big Train. That was a team over in the Maryland Collegiate Baseball League. And no longer a thing for the Little Big Train, but Middleton was with them for a short time. He was the head coach for that team, also an assistant for the Big Train here in the Cal Ripken League. Since then, John Erickson brought this idea of the Southern Maryland Senators to the Cal Ripken League. He found a great option in Scott Middleton as the head coach, who has been with them for the 3 seasons that Southern Maryland has been in the league. Joined back in 2023, and they've only gotten better each season they've been in the league. We're 19-16 this season, their first winning record in the Cal Ripken League, and boy did they have a hot start to this one. They slowed down a little bit through the middle of the season where they had a 6-game losing streak, but began things 9-1, had a 9-game winning streak in that stretch. Senators and Big Train, we've got first pitch coming up in a little bit after this. You won't want to miss a semifinals matchup between the Senators and Big Train. Game 1 in a best-of-3 series.
Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal. Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more. If you want to stay up to date with all things Senators, follow the collegiate team's social media accounts. You can follow the team at Southern MD Senators on Instagram or Go SOMD Senators on X to keep up with the team. You'll get score updates, final score graphics, access to articles, and so much more. Go check out the Senators on social media and don't miss a moment this season.
Heightened anticipation tonight between the Senators and Big Train. Winner moves one step closer to the league championship series. Winner of this series will play the winner of the Aces and Crop Dusters, which get underway as well this evening. Their first game will be over at Alexandria, and then they move back to Olney for Game 2, and then, if needed, a Game 3 would be back in Alexandria. Well, this one's a little more unique. Senators will play all 3 games, if needed, right here in Bethesda. This week, the home stadium of the Senators over at Regency Furniture Stadium, that is being used by the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. So no home option for the Senators this weekend. Nonetheless, they will try for a huge upset against the Bethesda Big Train, hottest team in the league, 19-3 in their last 22 games. Kide Adatui. He is the left-hander for the Big Train this evening. First offering is a fastball strike, and with that, we are off and running from Rockville, Maryland. First pitch temperature, 82 degrees. Glad you can join us here on the Senators Baseball Network. Flora has been as consistent as they come, the 0-1. He takes in the dirt. Count evens, a ball and a strike. Adatui, 6'1" left-hander, 190 pounds. Will be heading into his junior year over at Florida Atlantic University at the fall. Boy, have they produced some top-tier pitching. Senators have Nick Wimberly out of FAU. From the belt, the pitch. Swinging a liner into left field. Back a couple of steps goes Skorotsky, and it's over his head, rolls all the way to the wall. Flores around first. He's got a stand-up leadoff double. Senators in business early. And that brings up Adam Truck. He's a local kid, native of Bethesda. Had such a good relationship with Senators head coach Scott Middleton, he decided to make the everyday trip about an hour to an hour and a half down to Regency Furniture Stadium from up here in Bethesda. First offering, Trock squares to bunt, and he lays it down foul behind home. Scott Middleton mentioned to me pregame that you may see this today. Maybe a little more small ball for the Senators, and they might need it. Got to take any runs you can get against Bethesda. Pitching staff's been pretty darn good. 4.42 team ERA. Adatui a look at second, his 0-1. Swung on and popped into the air, right side of the infield. Second baseman Brennan Wright will make the catch for out number 1. And that brings up one of the hottest bats in the league. 16 for his last 28 is Logan Tribble. That's over the last 9 contests. It's a .571 average, .636 on-base percentage in that time. Last night, he hit the game-winning walk-off double against the D.C. Grays. First offering, Tribble swings and pops it foul behind home. Boy, that was a nail-biter yesterday evening. Senators got 2 runs in the first 3 innings, and the Grays tied it up in the 6th. Southern Maryland ultimately able to walk it off late over at Woodbridge High School, but Senators batted second because they were the 4 seed. The 0-1, up and away, Tribble takes. Still early, top of the first inning, Senators and Big Train from Shirley Povich Field. One out, top of one. Runner aboard in Flores. The pitch. Dribble. Takes downstairs for ball two. 3:30 to the corners here at Shirley Povich. 3:90 out to straightaway center. They got a batter's eye out there, so the wall a little higher in center. It's about 20 feet there. The 2-1, swing and a miss. About a 6-foot-high fence from left center to the left corner and right center to the right corner, and then right center to pretty much center field. It's about a 15-foot fence. 2-2. Swinging a line shot into right field, a base hit. Flores will get the hold side at third, and there's men at the corners with only one away in the first. And here's a guy that drives him in as good as any. Third on the team and runs batted in, Steven Kraus. 4 for his last 10 at the dish. He's also been fantastic against the Big Train. 3 for 8, 2 runs batted in. Hide Adatui. He has only given up 1 run across 29 innings to this point tonight. First offering, Kraus swings and lines one into shallow center field. Long run for Peltier, and he will dive and make the catch. Oh, that's unbelievable. Well, you can have such a low ERA when you get great defensive work behind you, and Alex Peltier just showed that.
The third baseman, number 22.
Flores was a couple steps off the bag, so he had to retreat to third base, and there's no movement there. So met at the quarters, 2 outs, top of 1. Danny Serwick an opportunity to come through for his guys. Lefty on lefty. Check on the runner, and off goes Tribble. He's caught up in a rundown. Flores goes to the plate, and they tag out Tribble. Flores is in safely. So a smart play there by Logan Tribble to get hung up in the rundown, and the Senators are the first to score this evening. 1-0, Southern Maryland in front after the top of 1. We're back for the first time tonight with the Big Train bats after this.
Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team.
Well, in a game that runs are likely going to be very hard to come by tonight for Southern Maryland, they're the first on the board. 1-0 going to the bottom of the first. First time tonight to see the Big Train bats, and it will be Alex Peltier to lead things off. He's the starting center fielder, hitting .342 this season. As a reason, he bats leadoff, but strikeouts have been a little bit of a concern for him. He's gone down on strikes 31 times this season to 18 walks. Starter for the Senators, Aiden Milburn, kicks and offers. A fastball outside. Melbourne, 6-foot right-hander. New York native, plays his college ball over at Binghamton University. Wide and the 1-0. Down and away, ball 2. Senators' defensive alignment this evening from left to right in the outfield goes Logan Tribble, Adam Chalk, Dawson Smale. In the infield at third base, Danny Surowick, shortstop Nick Flores, 2-0. Called strike at the bottom of the zone. Second baseman is Calvin Cook. At first, Steven Krause. Doing the catching, Jax Nichols. There's no one more vocal as a catcher than Jax Nichols. Always letting his guys know what he likes and what he doesn't. The 2-1. Swinging a liner into the left center field gap. That's down and will roll all the way to the wall. Tribble corrals it out there, and Alex Peltier has a sliding leadoff double.
Batting second, the second baseman, number 27, Brennan Wright.
So just what the doctor ordered to start the ball game for Bethesda. Jax Nichols immediately out to have a chat with Aiden Milburn. He's dealt with plenty of adversity out there on the mound throughout the season. Opposing teams have gotten a whole ton of base runners against Milburn, but most of the time able to work out of it. A 3.6 ERA, 2-1 record, making his 6th start of the season. He has thrown 20 innings, struck out 22. Now works with a man on. First offering to Brennan Wright. Squares to bunt and pulls it back, takes low in the dirt, ball 1. Melbourne, the walks haven't been too much of an issue. Only 11 across 20 innings pitched. His Senators coaching staff, both Scott Middleton and Ryan Kaslavage, the pitching coach, have made a big deal about limiting walks. This is the left-handed hitting Brennan Wright. The pitch, bunted foul, popped back towards the screen. Plenty of lefty bats this evening in the order for Sal Colangelo. He's loaded up against the righty starter, Milburn. Not a whole ton of lefty pitchers on the staff for Southern Maryland. That maybe seems to be a bit of a disadvantage. The 1-1, up and away, a ball. Bottom of the first, no outs, Senators and Big Train. Game 1 of a best-of-3 series in the semifinals. Senators had to win last night on the road against the Grays. They were technically the home team, 2-1. Swung on and sliced foul down the left side. That game last night was played over at Woodbridge High School. Senators batted second, but that's the only way in which they were the home team. Brendan Wright, he walks a ton. 32 this season compared to only 11 strikeouts. Milburn sets at the chest. 2-2. Swing and a bouncing ball to second. Cook gloves, and he will gun down Wright. There's one away. Peltier advances up to third on the play, so a man just 90 feet away for the Big Train.
Number 39, Josh Skronsky.
And this is a guy in Josh Skronsky that drives him in at an incredible rate. 24 RBIs this season, 4 home runs. That is just fantastic. That's tied for third in the league. 2 guys stand atop things with 5 homers. First pitch, swinging a line drive into right field. That's down for a base hit. Peltier will walk on in, and the Big Train have tied us at 1. This brings up one of those guys tied for the lead league in homers. He's got 5 this season, and that's Emilio Gonzalez. In the last 3 games, he is 10 of his last 15. Melbourne kicks and delivers down and inside for ball 1. No doubt, though, it is a new monster here in the postseason. New battle for all these teams, but Gonzalez in those last 3 games, 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. The 1-0 fastball strike on the outer edge. Gonzalez got the neon yellow arm sleeve. High green socks. Big Train in their green uniforms, white pants, the 1-1. Swinging a foul towards the left side. Gonzalez, a college teammate of the Big Train starter this evening, Kide Atatui. Plenty of guys out of FAU on this Big Train team. Senators have a couple of them as well, including Nick Wimberly, who got the start yesterday. He went 5 innings, only gave up 1 run, which was great. Melbourne's 1-2. Gonzalez swings and lines it through the left side. That's a base hit. So 2 men aboard with only 1 out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 20.
And that hit took an odd bounce off the edge of the the edge of the grass going into the outfield. And that brings up Peyton Steele, making the start in right field tonight. Steele 3 for 13 this season against the Senators. Righty on righty. First pitch, a slider low and outside for ball 1. Well, to beat the Big Train, you're going to have to score runs. There's no doubt about that. They score the most of any team in the league. The 1-0. Swung on and driven into straightaway center field. Trock a couple of steps back. He will make the grab. And that forces Skoronsky to hold that second. So a good second out of the contest for Aiden Milburn. And that brings up the DH, Brett Ott. Ott batting .299 on the season. 22 walks to just 14 strikeouts. Just such a high percentage offense. That's in the left-handed batter's box. So look at second, first offering. Ott takes a called strike in at the belt. Green jerseys with the white numbering on the back for the Big Train. Reads Big Train across the front in big white bold lettering. The 0-1, low and outside with a changeup. Senators in their traditional gray road uniforms. Got big white lettering on the back. Reads Southern Maryland in white letters across the front. White pants for the Senators tonight. The 1-1, low and inside for ball 2. 2 away, bottom of the first. We are tied at 1 between the Senators and Big Train. Ott plays his college ball over at Sacramento State. 2-1, swinging a tapper foul back to the screen. Ott says he chose the school, Sacramento State, because it's close to home and his family can come and watch him play. He's a native of Rockland, California. This summer, he's a long ways away. Great opportunity for Ott to play on the historically best team in the Cal Ripken League. Milburn sets his pitch. Swung on and bounced off the foot. He stays alive. Thankfully, got the shin guard down there to protect him. Brett Ott, a limited sample size this season against the Senators. 3 of 6, 2 walks, a strikeout. Ott slowed down a little bit as the season has gone along. He's got 10 runs batted in. Had a whole ton of them early on this season. Another lefty in the order. The 2-2, Ott takes in the dirt. And he works the count full. The only stat in which the Big Train aren't near the top of the league is steals. They rank in the middle with 5 this season. Everything else you could think of offensively, though, they're right near the top. The payoff pitch. Swinging in a high chopper to first. Cross backhands, he will underhand flip to the pitcher Milburn, who covers the bag and retires the side in the first. We're tied at 1 after 1 inning. Senators and Big Train sure to be a good one tonight. We go to the second inning.
All of this artwork is available for purchase.
Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. Seeking investment management help? Well, look no further than GDS Investments. With over 20 years of experience, Glenn Surwick has the knowledge and experience to help you make informed investment decisions. The company maintains full transparency, allowing you to view your account activity at any time so there are no delays or surprises. Go to gdsinvestments.com today to learn more. GDS Investments, there to guide you when the winds change.
Surwick.
Danny Surwick will lead things off in the top of 2 for Southern Maryland. We are tied at 1 apiece. Run's going to be tough to come by this evening for the Senators, at least you would expect. Kide Atatui, he had a .31 ERA coming in tonight. Senators have gotten only the second earned run off Atatui. First pitch, Surwick takes a called strike with a fastball. Boy, Atatui has really been a revelation for Bethesda this summer. This season at FAU didn't necessarily light it up on the number side, though 0-1, low end and no way, 1-1. But he did get great experience, which was absolutely essential coming into the summer months. Atatui had a 8.40 ERA with FAU across 21 appearances, 1-0 record. The pitch. Outside with a breaking stuff. Danny Surwick, one of the better power hitters on this Senators team. Scott Middleton, middle of this order, is chock full of power bats. He likes it that way. The 2-1. Surwick swings and fouls it back. If you're just joining us, we're top of the second inning. Senators 1, Big Train 1, right here on the Senators Baseball Network. Bethesda leads the season series over Southern Maryland 3-1. Senators won the first game against Bethesda. 2-2. Swinging a bouncing ball back up the middle. Shortstop Martinez gloves throws on to first. Not in time. Surwick able to beat it out. And that's good for an infield single. Senators will take runners any way they can get them tonight.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 23.
And the key Middleton highlighted to me pregame was find a way to score them. No matter what, you got to get the men on in. Southern Maryland did that in the first inning, maybe in an unconventional way. Atatui picked off to first. Tribble got in a rundown. Flores scored from third. A lob over to first. Back standing goes Surwick. Carter Groen, he's been making fantastic contact recently. There's been a couple unlucky moments for him, but he hits with better power than nearly anyone. First pitch, he swings and slices foul down the right side. Defensive alignment this evening for the Big Train. Left to right in the outfield, Josh Goronski, Alex Peltier, And then Peyton Steele in the infield goes Parker Corbin at third base. John Martinez at short, check on the runner, back with a dive. Head first safely goes Surowick. At second base is Brennan Wright, playing first Emilio Gonzalez, and handling the catching tonight is Dylan Murphy. The 0-1 outside. Count levels off, a ball and a strike. Concern early in the season was building on the strikeout numbers for Carter Groen. Since then, it's been much better. No strikeouts over the last 2 games, 2 walks in that time. Another throw to first, back in safely Surowick. So Scott Middleton told me he wants his team to be aggressive on the base pass this evening, but did recognize there's a little extra danger with the lefty Atatui on the mound. Last night they got 3 stolen bases, the 1-1. Runners off, swing and a miss. And instead, Surowick will actually hold that first. Surowick gave some false movement at first base. Atatui comes set at the bat, and a check on the runner. Surowick back standing. Groen 2 for his last 7 at the plate, was 1 for 3 last night against the Grays. Worked a walk as well. Senators won that contest 3-2 to keep on dancing in the postseason. The pitch, Groen takes up and outside. Checked to swing, but held up. Senators road uniforms, a big American flag up on that upper right shoulder. Lights starting to come on at Shirley Povich Field, the 2-2. Curveball drops in, called strike 3. Groen set down looking, and there's 1 away in the second. First punch out this evening for Kide Atatui. He's not a guy that strikes him out a whole lot, but there he's got his first punch out of the evening. Had 30 strikeouts across 28 innings coming in tonight, did Atatui. First pitch, Nichols swings and bounces it towards the right side. It's gloved by Gonzalez, throws on to Martinez at second. They get 1. No play to be had at first. Nichols is in safely. So they cut down the lead runner in Surowick, and there's 2 gone in the top of 2. Sun setting awful bright over the trees out in right center field. Just a beautiful scene from Shirley Povich this evening. Trees lying all around the outfield. A little less tree cover behind right, a little more dense out behind left. Lefty on lefty to Calvin Cook for his first time this evening. The pitch, low and outside, Cook takes. These Big Train fans will wait for a big moment all evening. The 1-0. Swing and a bouncer foul down the left side. Well, there's no doubt that Bethesda gets the best attendance of any team in the league. A lot of fans out tonight to watch some baseball. Not much better than postseason baseball. This is the semifinals between Southern Maryland and Bethesda. The 1-1, Cook swings and bounces it back up the middle, and it's off the second base bag into center field. Nichols will hold that second, and there's a 2-out single for Calvin Cook. He's really gotten it rolling with the bat recently after a slow start to the season. And now there's 2 men on for the left-handed hitting Dawson Smale. 5 left-handers in the order this evening for Scott Middleton. Certainly interesting to see that against the left-hander Kide Atatui, but the lefties in the lineup have done a pretty good job tonight. Surowick a single, and now Cook. First offering, Smale takes outside, ball 1. Atatui will fill up the zone, allows the defense to work behind him, and he's done that to incredible results. The pitch. Swinging a roller to third. It's eaten up by Corbin. He will step on the third base bag to retire this side. So Senators leave two stranded in the second inning. We go bottom two, tied at 1 between Southern Maryland and Bethesda.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search somdbluecrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators Collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more.
Aiden Milburn back out on the hill for Southern Maryland. Big Train scored 1 in the first inning. It's going to be tough to try and keep them off the board. John Martinez, the shortstop, leads things off in the bottom of 2. It is an absolutely picture-perfect night from Shirley Povich Field. 82 degrees. Sun is starting to go down below the trees out in right center field. Milburn will work out of the windup with no one on. First pitch, Martinez takes a called strike on the outer edge with the breaking stuff. Aiden Milburn been fantastic all season for Scott Middleton. Comes in with a 3.6 ERA. The pitch swung on and bounced to third. Glove by Serwick. Shuffles to his left and guns down Martinez for the first out of the inning.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 13.
So efficient out, something that Aiden Milburn will be looking for a lot this evening. Just got to find a way to buy outs at times against this relentless lineup. This brings up the left-handed hitting Parker Corbin. Majority of the lineup this evening is left-handed bats. First pitch, fastball away. Milburn last summer was super impressive with the Kingsport Axemen over in the Appalachian League. He's been great this summer with the Senators. Into his motion, he lets it fly. Swing and a fly ball, medium deep left field. Dribble underneath it and makes the shoulder high grab to away.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 9, Dylan Murphy.
So two quick outs in the bottom of 2. Tied at 1, Senators and Big Train. Winner moves one step closer to the league championship series. Game 1 of a best-of-3 series between Southern Maryland and Bethesda. This brings up the catcher, Dylan Murphy. First offering, Murphy swings and nubs it off the end of his bat foul towards the first base side. Murphy, the catcher, split time at the beginning of this season with Jacob Hawk. Hawk since has left town, and Murphy has become the main guy. Milburn offers in there at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Milburn really filling it up all of a sudden. Had struck out 22 across 20 innings coming in. Yet to record a punch out this evening. Shakes off Nichols, now agrees. Into the windup, The pitch. Swinging a soft shot off the end of the bat to second. One hopper into the glove of Cook, who overhand flips into the glove of Kraus, and that will do it for the bottom of 2. Tied at 1, Big Train and Senators right here on the Senators Baseball Network. We're back for the 3rd inning with the top of the order for the Senators after this short break.
Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 200...
Nick Flores will lead things off in the top of 3 for Southern Maryland. We are tied at 1 run apiece. Well, if you told Scott Middleton this was going to be the start to the game before things, probably would have been relatively satisfied. Big Train have the absolute lockdown man on the mound today. Kide Atatui coming into tonight. He had only given up 1 run across 29 innings. First pitch, Flores takes a called strike with a heater. Boy, Atatui, he's got the 2nd lowest ERA in the Cal Ripken League all time coming into tonight. Senators just bumped that up a little bit. The 0-1. Swinging a foul, tip, strike 2. It was Flores that came around to score in the first inning. Ripped a leadoff double into the left center field gap, and then Tribble drove him to third with a single. Ultimately, Tribble got caught up in a rundown between first and second off an Atatui pickoff move. Flores was able to score on that. 0-2, up and away. Pretty non-competitive that time from Atatui. Beautiful sights from Shirley Povich Field. 330 to the corners, 390 out to dead center field. They got a black screen there for the batter's eye over a green fence. The pitch swung on a pulled foul towards the left side on the ground. Third base coach for the Senators, Justin Hyde, will field it over in that direction. Flores has been one of the most consistent guys recently for Southern Maryland. The 1-2 swung on in a jam shot foul behind home plate. Got great attendance this evening here at this Shirley Povich Field. Best attendance around this entire league. Big Train kind of reign king in terms of the eyes they bring to the game. Atatui's 1-2. Flores fights it off once more back to the screen. Scott Middleton has commended the fight of this team all season. Senators do not give in. They will continue to battle no matter the circumstances, and that's exactly what he wanted out of his team tonight, no matter the result. The pitch outside, Flores takes. Well, and this has felt like the trend big time recently for the Senators. Forcing the pitchers to work, getting into tough counts and then really working their way out of it. 2-2. Swung on and flown into straightaway right field. Steele barely has to move a step and makes the grab for out number 1.
Now batting the center fielder, Adam Truck.
But a quality at-bat nonetheless from Nick Flores, who's able to work up the pitch count of Kide Atatui. You got to think that part of the Senators' strategy this evening will be to get this kid out of here as soon as they can. Works out of the set position even with no one on. First pitch to Truck, swinging a broken bat, roller back up the middle. Second baseman right gloves, throws on to first, and the throw is not quite in time. Truck able to reach safely on an infield single. Well, he's got incredible speed, absolutely out of this world, and he, even a native of Bethesda, Maryland, was drawn to this Big Train team as a kid. Said that throughout high school he would come to Big Train games, but when gotten the call from Scott Middleton, he decided to join the Senators this summer, and he was a massive pickup. Leads the team in steals. We'll wonder if he's in motion at all. Check on him. Back in with a dive. Dribble, perhaps the hottest batter in the whole league at the moment. First pitch misses up and away. Sort of a pitch out that time. Got to think the Big Train are keenly aware of the speed that Truck's got over at first base. Dribble over the last 9 games coming in, batting .571, the 1-0. Swinging a pop fly, shallow right field, on comes Steele, that'll get down. Truck into second safely, dribble aboard first, and there's 2 men aboard with only 1 out. Dribble back-to-back singles to begin his night. And that brings up Steven Krause, who flew out to center field his first time up. It was a fantastic sliding catch by Alex Peltier that ultimately held Nick Flores to third base. Flores was able to score on a rundown that was started by Logan Tribble off a pickoff move from Atatui to first. 1 out, top 3, the pitch. Swinging in a one-hopper to second. They get 1 and now throw on to first, and they're able to turn 2. We head to the bottom of the third. Tied at 1, Senators and Big Train. You're listening to it on the Senators Baseball Network. We're back with more after this.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. If you or your child is searching for a youth baseball team, you're looking in the right place. The Maryland Senators Elite Travel Baseball Team competes in tournaments and showcases around the country. Featuring teams from 8 to 18U, the Senators work hard to prepare players for the next level by teaching confidence, a winning attitude, and the importance of character by being a great student, teammate, and individual. Get more information by searching MarylandSenators.com, the place to be for travel baseball in Maryland.
A rematch of last year's league championship series here tonight in the semifinals. Senators and Big Train, these two organizations incredibly familiar with one another. And that partially because Scott Middleton worked for a time in that Big Train organization. Milburn's first pitch, Peltier squares the bump, pulls it back on a pitch downstairs. Tied at 1, bottom 3. Is sure to be one heck of a series. Best of 3 between the Senators and Big Train. Milburn into his motion. He lets it fly. A slider in there on the down and away corner. Alex Peltier, he had a fantastic season over at East Carolina University. Batted .211, made 43 starts. Rare that you get that as a freshman, the 1-1. Swinging a shot deep into the right field corner. Smale back over there, and he's able to make the shoulder high grab for out number 1. Nice running catch for Dawson Smale, and there's one away. Originally, it was going to be Carter Groen out in right field. Told Coach Middleton before the game that he felt just a little sore, so they give Dawson Smale the starting right, and no sore legs there, it seems. The left-handed hitting, Brennan Wright comes up to the plate. A left-handed hitting infielder, something that Scott Middleton has stacked his team with this season. Something that the Big Train have been able to do a lot of in the past. A real necessity. First pitch, Wright bunts back to the mound. Milburn will make a play on it. Bare hand throw to first, not in time. Wright with a pretty bunt and then puts the burners on, able to beat it out. And now there's a man aboard with 1 out in the bottom of 3. This brings up one of the most dangerous bats in the entire league. Josh Skaronski, 4 home runs this season. Had one earlier in the campaign against the Senators off of Nick Wimberly. That's the only home run that Wimberly had given up this season. Check on the runner, back with a dive, goes right. Wimberly threw a gem last night against the Grays. Was clear that he didn't necessarily have all the ace stuff, but able to get through 5 innings. The pitch outside with a heater. 5 innings, only 1 run allowed for Milburn. It's about as good as you could ask. Struck out 6 batters. If you'll believe me, that is far below what he normally does. Another sidearm sling over to first. Back in safely is right. Skaronski had an RBI single back in the first inning. That drove in Alex Peltier. The 1-0. Swinging a jam shot foul behind home plate. Well, there's a tradition of winning over here in Bethesda. It's a ball club that has won the league championship 12 times. It's been shared 2 of those times. Way back in 2005 when the league was founded, they split the league championship with the Thunderbolts. The 1-1. Fastball strike at the knees. Thunderbolts, one of those original 6 teams as well with the Big Train. Sal Colangelo has been with this ball club ever since then. Only coach in this league that has been with the team since the inaugural season of the Cal Ripken League. So that's certainly a huge advantage for Bethesda, on top of the winning culture they've created. Tough travel as well for Southern Maryland, having to make it up the Beltway here to Shirley Povich. Milburn sets the 1-2. Backs him up for ball 2, and the runner was off on a delay steal attempt, and Brendan Wright is safely up to second. So Wright took a moment to take off to second, delayed steal, and no one really on the Senators recognized it. So he kind of buys a free 90 there. 1 out, man in scoring position. A look back to second. Milburn deals. Swung on a ripped foul down the right side. Skaronski put a charge into that one. He's 3 for 12 against Southern Maryland on the season. 5 walks, has struck out 2 times. Been in a little bit of a slump recently, but maybe breaking out of that with that RBI single earlier in the contest. 2 of 12 with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. That's in the last 3 games. The pitch. Swinging a foul to the screen. Skorotsky plays his college ball over at Winthrop University. 6'5" left-handed batter. He plays with Chet Bowling over there at Winthrop. Bowling just recently rejoining the Senators after he dealt with a bad groin injury. That came at the end of June. Took him a little over 3 weeks to get back with the team. The 2-2. Downstairs just barely. And that's ball 3. And Skorotsky hitting .321 this season, 24 runs batted in. Got a man in scoring position this time. Throw back to second. Got him! Pretty pickoff move by Milburn, and now there's 2 away. So Brandon Wright picked off a second. And Nichols loving it behind home plate. 2 outs and a full count to Skorotsky. The payoff pitch. Swung on a pulled foul down the right side. Skorotsky takes a long look at it. Big Train, the team in this league that all teams chase. 27-8 record this regular season. That was the best in the league. 3-2. Fouled off his foot. Skorotsky stays alive. Big Train were 5.5 games ahead of the next closest team. Both the Aces and Crop Dusters ended the season at 22-14. Senators just a little behind that, 19-16 on the campaign. Well, they're going to need a lot tonight to try and be victorious in Game 1. 3-2. Misses away, and he walked up. So quality A-B there for Skorotsky. And that pickoff move really looms large now. This brings up Emilio Gonzalez. Maybe the best bat in the whole league. Leads things in terms of batting average, hitting .418, 5 home runs on the campaign. First pitch, Gonzalez swings and pops one into shallow center field. In a couple of steps comes Truck, who will make the grab and end the inning. So a clutch pickoff move from Aiden Milburn, and the Senators able to get out of the third unscathed. We're tied at 1, going to the 4th inning. Senators and Big Train. It's been a good one thus far. You won't want to miss how this one concludes.
Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team.
First pitch to Danny Serwick, misses down low for ball 1. Sarwick and the 1-0. Swung on and bounced foul off his own foot. We are tied at 1, top of the 4th inning, Senators and Big Train. So glad you can join us for this journey tonight. Southern Maryland's keeping it close early. That's exactly what the guys needed. Scott Middleton, though, maybe a little disappointed with how the team has left runners on to this point. Really wants them to capitalize off any opportunities they get. Atatui ready. The 1-1. Misses in the dirt. So despite Atatui being great all season, he had a .31 ERA coming in tonight. Senators have had no problem seeing him well. They've made a lot of solid contact. Just a little problem scoring the runners. The 2-1. Sarwick takes inside, ball 3. Danny Sarwick possesses power simply on another level. 2 home runs this season. The 3-1. Swing and a bouncer pulled foul down the first base side. Left-handed hitter in the order for Scott Middleton. Pants full of dirt. Senators with the gray tops, white pants this evening. Green uniforms for the Big Train. They got the green hats as well with the B and a train logo. Payoff pitch. Sarwick takes in the dirt. He walked him. So leadoff man on once more for Southern Maryland. They got that in the first 2 innings. Exactly what the doctor ordered. And Danny Sarwick is on base.
Now but in the right fielder, Carter Groen.
And in steps Carter Groen, right-handed batter. He's got incredible power as well. That kind of MO for the middle of this order for Scott Middleton. Really wants as many guys as he can in the middle with power. First pitch, Groen takes inside, ball 1. Senators, the 4 seed against the number 1 seed, Bethesda Big Train. Throw over to first. Back standing goes Sarwick. Winner moves 1 step closer to that coveted league championship series. Last night, Senators kept on dancing in the postseason with a win. The 1-0. Runner goes. It's popped up into shallow center field. On comes Peltier, who will make the catch. And there's one gone. Sarwick forced to retreat back to first. So still a man aboard for another power bat in Jax Nichols. He's the catcher, got 1 home run this season. That came at a really clutch moment earlier in the campaign against the Alexandria Aces. That was a go-ahead homer in the 9th inning. First pitch, Nichols takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. 1 away, top of the 4th. Tied at 1, Senators and Big Train. Both runs came back in the first. Another check on Sarwick. He's back on his feet. Big Train lead the season series over the Senators, 3-1. Senators' only win came in the first meeting between these teams in the middle of a 9-game winning streak for Southern Maryland. The 0-1 runners off. Pitch misses low. Throw down to second. Sarwick in safely with a head-first slide. So Scott Middleton wanted this team stealing more this evening. And they've been running a decent amount. Sarwick tried to do it earlier, but Groen, of course, flew out. So this time he's able to swipe second. The 1-1. Swung on and nubbed foul down the first baseline. Nichols, a good ability to drive him in. 7 runs batted in this season. And it feels like he delivers always at the clutchest of moments. Just has a flair for the dramatic. Loves any big opportunity he gets in. Grounded out into a fielder's choice his first time up. He was able to reach safely, but Danny Sorowick was set down earlier in the contest. Now he's got Sorowick at second. The 1-2, Nichols takes called strike 3. Nichols goes down looking with a breaking ball at the knees, and there's 2 away in the top of 4.
Now batting the second baseman, Calvin Cook.
Second punch out this evening for Atatui, and that will bring up Calvin Cook. Single back in the second inning. He's really been building some momentum recently. Trying to stay hot at the dish. Atatui from the belt, first offering, misses down low. Well, got to give some big-time credit to the Senators starter as well, Aiden Milburn, who's kept Southern Maryland right in this game, tied at 1, 4th inning. All 3 games, if needed, will be played at Shirley Povich. The 1-0 is low and outside. That time with the breaking stuff. Sun has dipped down below the trees out in right center field. Orange still fills the sky, a pretty color, the 2-0. Fastball, strike on the outer edge. Calvin Cook, he didn't play at all this season as a freshman at Middle Tennessee. The 2-1, outside a ball. Whole ton of guys from Middle Tennessee State on the Southern Maryland roster. Scott Middleton got a great relationship with Jax Nichols' father, who's a coach over there at Middle Tennessee State. The 3-1, swing and a miss. Got him chasing with a pretty slider that time. Reason Cook was able to go to Middle Tennessee State. He was special in high school. Hit .450 as a sophomore, 3-2. Swinging a bouncer towards the first base bag. It's a fair ball. Gonzalez will step on first base and retire the side. So that'll do it for the top of 4. Senators leave one stranded after Danny Sorowick's stolen base. We are tied at 1 as we have bottom 4. Senators and Big Train right here on the Senators Baseball Network.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine, their commitment to serving customers is priority 1.
Well, a big game tonight to determine the trajectory of this series. Senators and Big Train going at it. Tied at 1, bottom of the 4th inning. Peyton Steele will lead things off against the starter, Aiden Milburn. First pitch is a slider outside to start him off. Peyton Steele plays down at the University of Alabama. The 1-0 ran in and got him. Thankfully wearing a pad right on the elbow where it caught Steele, so he will be aboard first with no outs.
Now batting the
It'll
designated
take
hitter,
leadoff base runners any way you could get them in a game that's seeming like offense may come at a premium, and that brings the left-handed hitting Brett Ott up to the plate. Both the Big Train and Senators have really struggled to score early on in this one. First pitch, fastball down low. Big Train have left 3 stranded. Senators have left 4 odd to this point. So both offenses leaving opportunities on the board. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike into the bottom of the zone. Melbourne has really filled up that bottom part this evening and with great efficacy. Set and a sidearm sling over to first. Back with the dive goes Peyton Steele. Steele not too much of a threat. He's got 6 steals on the season. And this is a team that doesn't like to move a whole lot in the bases. The 1-1, low and outside. Melbourne just barely missing the zone with a number of these pitches. Brett Ott, 2 of his last 8 at the plate, but he's got 8 walks in that time. It's all about just getting on base. Grounded out his first time up this evening. Melbourne into his motion, lets it fly, runners off. It's smacked into center field. That'll get down, and it's past Schrock all the way to the wall. Hustling around third, and in comes Steele. He will score. Ott on his way to third. Relay there, not in time. RBI triple for Brett Ott, and the Big Train have a lead in the 4th.
Now batting the shortstop, John.
First time they've gone in front tonight. And the Big Train have a 2-1 lead in the bottom of 4. Still no outs for John Martinez. A productive out will do as well for Bethesda. They're wearing their classic green uniforms tonight. The infield will move in for Scott Middleton. Wind and the pitch. Swung on and ripped past the jumping glove of Surwick into left field. That's a base knock that'll drive home another. 3-1 Big Train.
Now batting the third baseman, Parker Corbin.
And Ryan Kaslavage will call for time. He'll be out to have a chat with Aiden Milburn. Certain pitchers on this team that Kaslavage talks to, and then others that Scott Middleton will talk to himself. Kaslavage says that they determine that mostly just based on which one knows the pitcher better, which one has a better relationship, what motivation they respond better to. I've been told that Kaslavage out there on the mound will be a little more serious. He will try to get you hyped up and get you going, but also trying to give you a little more technical advice, whereas Scott Middleton will mostly just crack a joke and try to get the morale boosted. So it's 3-1 Big Train, bottom 4. No outs in the inning for Parker Corbin. First offering is outside for ball 1. So they got John Martinez aboard first base. He drove an Ott a moment ago. The 1-0. Called strike on the outer edge, 1-1. No outs, bottom of the 4th inning. Senators with that mound visit trying to take a little bit wind out of the sails. Runners off, pitch misses in the dirt, throw down to second, skips up too high, and safely there is John Martinez. Nichols put some heat on that throw behind home, but just bounced well too high for Flores to put on a clean tag attempt. Man in scoring position. I'll look back at second, the 2-1. Corbin checks his swing and takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. Corbin made 12 starts this season as a freshman at Maryland. Batted .242 with 7 walks. Incredible to play as much as he did as a freshman. 2-2. Swung on a pulled foul down the right side. Especially at a Power 4 school, it's become increasingly tough to get real playing time at those Power 4 colleges. Especially when you're still young. With the transfer portal opening up, lots of schools just looking for older guys to bring in and make them the centerpieces of their order. Corbin getting some decent time over at Maryland. The 2-2. Misses outside with the breaking stuff. Count moves full to Corbin. Corbin got the opportunity to come to Maryland out of high school because he was rated the number 3 shortstop in the state of Ohio, according to Perfect Game. The payoff pitch, Corbin swings and rips one into right field. On comes Smale, he will make the catch, and there's one gone. Martinez force-sold at second. And that's a big out number 1 for Milburn in the 4th.
Dylan Murphy.
So the Senators have gotten a relatively quality start out of Aiden Milburn this evening. And you couldn't really ask for much more than what he's given you to this point because the Big Train lineup is just so potent. Milburn sets at the chest. First pitch is swung on and popped in the air. Back behind first base. It's Cook in foul territory who will make the catch. Tagging from second is Martinez. He's into third safely. So the Senators get out number 2 in the bottom of 4, but with that, Martinez will advance up 90 feet off a Dylan Murphy pop-out. Lineup card flips over once more for Sal Colangelo, and the 3rd time tonight for Alex Peltier. 1 for 2, led things off with a double in the bottom of the 1st inning. Came around to score off an RBI single from Josh Skorotsky. Milburn trying to limit the damage here in the 4th inning. It's a Big Train offense as they were doing something out at second base, and now they throw home. It was an appeal, and they gun down Martinez at the plate. So they were appealing out to second base. All of a sudden, Martinez breaks for home, and they gun him down at the dish. So, Senators able to get out of the inning. 3-1 Big Train after they get 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. We're back with more between Bethesda and Southern Maryland after this.
On Saturday at 7 p.m.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today.
Smale
So an odd ending to that bottom of the fourth inning. Some words exchanged between John Martinez and Jax Nichols, the Senators catcher. Our home plate umpire said he's not having that tonight. First pitch, Smale squares to bunt and lays it down foul, third base side. Kide Atatui still in the contest. He's been fantastic all season. Had only given up one run across 29 innings coming into tonight. The 0-1, Smale takes outside. Big Train got 2 in the bottom of 4. Southern Maryland had 1 in the first. The pitch drops in a curveball, 1-2. And now the home plate umpire giving a warning over to the Big Train dugout. So tensions raising early on in this 3-game set. Best of 3-game series, though 1-2, low and away. You know, there's just so much competition between these two teams, and that may be bubbling over a little bit at the moment, but it's two coaches very familiar with one another, Sal Colangelo and Scott Middleton. They go back a long time together. Atatui comes set. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. Smale set down looking on a curveball, and there's one gone in the 5th. Third punch out of the evening for Atatui. They've all been looking. Back to the top of the order in Nick Flores. Had a double and came around to score when he led things off in the first inning. Since then, Senators have been scoreless. They've seen Atatui decently well tonight. The pitch. Swing and a jack deep out to center field. Out goes Peltier, and it's off the base of the wall. Flores flies around first. He's into second safely. 2 doubles in the contest for Nick Flores. And boy, he's putting together an evening.
Now batting the center fielder.
With an opportunity to drive him in, up steps Adam Truck, who reached on an infield single last time up in the 3rd inning. Truck, the ultimate speedster. Because of that, corners of the infield come in. Middle infield plays back. First pitch squares to bunt, and he takes a called strike on the outer edge. (3-1), Big Train in front. Top of the 5th inning for an opportunity to move one step closer to the league championship series. 0-1, swung on and sliced foul down the left side. This feels like an all-important game 1 of what is a best-of-3 series between Bethesda and Southern Maryland. These two squads played in the league championship series a season ago. First game of the semifinals tonight, been very close. 0-2, swing and a miss, blew the fastball by him. Really pumped it up that time, did Atatui. And there's 2 gone in the top of 5. That brings up the red-hot Logan Tribble. Got a man in scoring position. He is 2 for 2 tonight. And he can just not be stopped. First pitch, Tribble takes down low. And this has been a big part of what Tribble's doing. He gets ahead in a lot of these counts. Just has an eye that's out of this world. Incredible plate discipline as well, something he's really focused on this season. Making some more solid contact. The 1-0, up and away. Tribble last night hit a walk-off double to end things against the Grays. That sent the Senators to the semifinal series. Tribble drove in Flores with that double. Now he's got Nick out at second with 2 outs in the top of 5. The pitch. Tribble takes up and away. So Tribble, maybe a guy at this point you aren't too keen on pitching to. You know the dangers with it. Here's the 3-0. He takes a called strike at the top of the zone. Tribble, an impressively low strikeout rate, has gone down on strikes only 8% of at-bats this season. Boy, that's just incredible. 3-1. Swinging a line shot into right field, but it's right at Peyton Steele, who will make the catch to end the inning. So the Senators leave a man aboard after a 1-out double from Nick Flores. We go bottom 5, Senators and Big Train. More of Aiden Milburn after this. Big Train 3, Senators 1 on the Senators Baseball Network.
We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal.
Ready for the bottom of the 5th inning between the Senators and Big Train. Bethesda in front 3-1 after they got 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. If you're just joining us, so glad to have you along for the ride. Semifinals between Southern Maryland and Bethesda. First pitch runs in and hits Peltier on the shoulder. And now he takes a long stare down at Milburn. And tension's really rising in this one. And Scott Middleton out to have a chat with Aiden Milburn. We'll see if that's all for him this evening. Indeed, it will be. So Milburn removed from the ball game after he hits the leadoff man on the first pitch he throws. We'll have a new arm out of the bullpen for Scott Middleton and the Senators to introduce you to after this short break. Bottom 5, Senators and Big Train. Bethesda in front 3-1.
Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family-owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority 1. If you want to stay up to date with all things Senators, follow the collegiate team's social media accounts. You can follow the team at Southern MD Senators on Instagram or Go SOMD Senators on X to keep up with the team. You'll get score updates, final score graphics, access to articles, and so much more. Go check out the Senators on social media and don't miss a moment this season. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more.
So the new man on out of the pen is Bryce Harder for Scott Middleton. He's a 6-foot right-hander, 180 pounds, native of Simpsonville, South Carolina. This year was redshirted as a freshman at Wofford College. I'll check over on the runner. Back with the dive goes Peltier. He was the leadoff man this inning, hit by a pitch from Aiden Milburn, who has been taken out of the ball game. He threw 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, allowed 3 runs, no strikeouts, but a quality start, all things told. Runners off, pitch is a called strike. Pitch got past Nichols all the way to the backstop. He was getting ready to throw down to second to try to gun down Peltier, but no throw coming from him, obviously. The righty out of the bullpen kicks and offers outside a ball. This one of these many lefty bats in the order for the Big Train this evening. There's a total of 6 of them in the order tonight, the 1-1. Swinging a bouncy ball over the head of Danny Serwick at third. It's into left field. Tribbles gunning 4, and they will hold that third. So Peltier moves up 90 feet, and now there's men at the corners with no outs in the 5th.
Now batting the left fielder, Josh.
Back-to-back singles for Brennan Wright at the dish, and that brings up Josh Skoronsky. He's 1 for 1, an RBI single in the first, and then walked in the 3rd inning. That RBI single back in the first tied things up at 1. Since then, Big Train the only team to score. 3-1 Bethesda in front, threatening here. The pitch, Skoronsky takes a fastball strike on the outer edge. Boy, is Skoronsky an imposing presence in the box. 6'5", 220. One of these many left-handed batters for Sal Colangelo. Check on the runner at first. Back in safely goes Wright. Wright's got 11 steals this season. It's the most on the team. 0-1. Backs up Skoronsky. Excuse me, Wright actually second most on the team in steals. It's Peltier that leads the squad. But a Big Train team, all told, that doesn't steal a whole ton. 87 steals on the season. The 1-1. Swinging a bouncy ball back to the mound. Harder snares it. Throws to second. They get one. Relay to first. Not in time. So Skoronsky able to beat it out. Peltier in to score on the play. And it's 4-1 Bethesda.
Now batting the first baseman, Emilio Gonzalez.
And in steps Emilio Gonzalez. Left-handed hitter and one of the best bats in the whole league. Actually, the best bat. Hitting .418 this season. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Highest batting average of anyone. Also tied for the league in home runs. He's got 5. 41 runs batted in. And in his second season with the Bethesda, he has really turned things up. The 1-0. Swinging a soft liner into left field. That's down for a base knock. Hustling around second and in safely to third is Josh Skowronski. And now there's men at the corner, still only 1 out. That's just a little flare job poked into left field. And there's 2 men on with 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Big Train have already scored 1 in this frame. Bethesda trying to run away with it now. Coming into tonight, Bethesda had a 28-2 run differential in favor of them right here at Shirley Povich Field against the Senators. The pitch, fastball in at the knees for strike 1. This is Peyton Steele. Check on the runner. Back with the dive goes Gonzalez. Close play at first. Steele out of the University of Alabama. Had 4 hits and 12 at-bats with a home run this season over there. Down in Tuscaloosa. The 0-1 down in the dirt. Steele was wonderful in the only start he made this year at Alabama. Went 2 for 4 with that home run. That was against a ranked opponent as well in Southern Miss. Check on the runner. Back in safely once more goes Gonzalez. This summer season, though, he's played and been pretty solid as Steele, hitting .281, but down below the rest of his teammates, the 1-1. Swung on a foul to the screen. .281, generally you would consider a pretty good summer. Despite that, the rest of this Big Train team, as a squad, they are batting .308 this season. No one's even close to that in the league. .871 on-base plus slugging as well as a team. The 1-2. Swinging a jam shot, foul ground, first base side. Kraus is back, he will make the catch. Holding at third is Skowronski, so a big second out in the inning for Bryce Harder. 2 away, and it's a 3-run lead for Bethesda.
Now batting the designated hitter.
That's certainly a tough play for Kraus to make. Over his shoulder. Nice grab by him. This brings up the DH. Left-handed hitter Brett Ott had an RBI triple last inning where the Big Train scored 2 in the frame. Trying to add on more insurance here. Another throw over to first. Gonzalez is back. Harder the set and the pitch. Swung on and punched towards the left side. Foul, just barely skipped into foul territory. Oh, so close. Brett Opp put a charge into that one down the left field line. It just barely sliced foul. So there's 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. 4-1, Big Train lead. Trying to tack on some more. Got a man in scoring position. Gonzalez at first, not too much of a threat to take off. The 0-1. Fastball strike at the knees. Bryce Harder, one of the hardest fastballs on this team. Throws it up into the high 80s, low 90s with the heater. Has a high setup at the chest before coming down to the belt. The 0-2, low and away. Easy take that time for Ott. Ott in the designated hitter role this evening. Trying to come through for his guys. Sal Colangelo has used a very tight-knit group of guys this season and done it to great effect. Best record in the league this regular season. The pitch, swung on and fouled to the screen. Ott has seen Senators pitching incredibly well this season. 4 for 8 against Southern Maryland on the campaign. Harder been one of the better arms out of the bullpen all season for Scott Middleton. Here it comes. Outside. Count levels off, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Already 1 in the inning for the Big Train. Temperature starting to cool down from Shirley Povich Field. 79 degrees. Lights shine brightly. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him that time. And Harder able to get out of the 5th inning relatively unscathed. Oh, only run that scores in the inning will go down on Aiden Milburn's record. Harder comes out of the pen and does his job to great effect. 4-1, Big Train in front as we head to the 6th inning between Southern Maryland and Bethesda right here on the Senators Baseball Network.
Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine, their commitment to serving customers is priority one.
Four-one, Big Train lead, top of the 6th inning. First offering to Steven Krause. He takes a called strike on a curveball. Hide Atatui remains in the contest. Best pitcher in the entire league coming in tonight. The pitch. Swung on and ripped high in the air. Deep right center field. Out goes Skowronski. Peltier sees it off the base of the wall. Krause hustles into second, and he's got a leadoff double. Senators in a big way still in this contest. Only down 3 runs, and it was a team early in the season averaging over 8 a game. That was through 10 games this season. Southern Maryland in that 9-game winning streak really utilized the offense to great effect. It was all about the efficiency of scoring runners, something Scott Middleton has wanted more of recently. Felt like they've just left too many opportunities on the base pass. Doesn't really care how they get them in, just needs runs to score. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Surwick, he takes away ball 1. Danny Surwick got some pop in his bat. 2 home runs on the season, 23 walks to 25 strikeouts. That's a number Scott Middleton loves. The 1-0. Swinging a liner into right field. That's down in front of Steele for a base hit. They're going to hold Krause at third. And so it's met at the corners with no outs, and a productive out now will do for Carter Groen. It's all about scoring any way you can off Hide Atatui, who had only given up 1 run in 29 innings coming in tonight. Senators got some speed over at first base with Danny Surwick. Big Train pitching coach out to have a chat with Atatui. So a lot of stirring out in that Big Train bullpen. I'll let you know if I can tell if anyone's out there throwing. Kind of a tough view. Here field side from Shirley Povich Field. So glad you could join us on the Senators Baseball Network this evening. It's a dark blue sky out over left, and then out behind right field, the sun still illuminates the sky just a tad. Hint of orange in the blue out there. Runners at the corners, Surwick at first. Over at third is Krause. First offering to Grow and misses down in the dirt for ball one. Surwick a stolen base earlier in the game. Would expect he remains patient here with Carter Groen at the plate. Surwick 2 for 2 tonight. A walk as well. Has reached all 3 times up. Been a hero for Southern Maryland. Check on Surwick, who's back in standing. Groen been making quality contact recently. Has a hit in each of his last 2 games. Would be a big time to get one tonight. Groen as well, though. 2 sacrifice flies this season. He's got 2 homers. Boy, would that change this game. The 1-0. Swing and a roller to third. It's gloved by Corbin. They throw to second, get one. Relay to first is in time. Stephen Krause will score on the play, but the Big Train will trade it for 2 outs. Nonetheless, Southern Maryland glad to get another run off Gide Atatui, in which those runs have been super hard to come by against him. This brings up Jax Nichols. Only homer this season was a solo shot. Over a month ago against the Alexandria Aces on the road. First pitch, Nichols swings and lines it foul down the right side. Beautiful night for some baseball from Shirley Povich Field. Temperatures sitting up in the high 70s. Bugs have now started to come out a little bit. We will be here at least for tonight and tomorrow night. The 0-1 is ripped into right field. That's down in front of Steele. A 2-out base hit for Jax Nichols. Well, Nichols recently has really proven why Scott Middleton was so high on him coming into the season. He has just brought a touch of professionalism and consistency that Scott Middleton was really looking for this season. In steps Calvin Cook, who's really put it together recently. First pitch, swings and fouls it back to the screen. Well, the other night he made a start out in right field. Struggled a little bit there defensively, but he's really had a good time with the bat as of late. 8 walks to 13 strikeouts on the season. 1 for 2 tonight, the 0-1. Swings and misses down in the dirt. Got him chasing with the slider that time. Five of the 9 hitters in the order this evening for Scott Middleton are left-handed batters. Sort of shocking to see against Atatui. Scott Middleton knew he would throw tonight, the 0-2, low and outside for ball 1. And Atatui may be the most hyped pitcher in the entire Cal Ripken League. But tonight, the Senators been able to score against him. Yes, it's only been 2 runs to this point, but that's more than he's given up the whole season. The 1-2. Cook checks and takes in the dirt. Tough off-speed stuff that time from Atatui. Nichols at first, not a whole ton of speed. Hasn't stolen a base the entire season. Atatui shakes off his catcher. That's Dylan Murphy, and now approves. 2-2, low and away. And Cook works it full. Cook has really just been putting together quality work at the dish as a recent. And that's why he gets the start over Cale Vincent this evening, playing second base. Scott Middleton has limited the bats on his team down to 12, just 12 fielders. 3-2. Called strike three. Got him looking with a curveball at the knees. We go to the bottom of the sixth, 4-2, Big Train lead right here on the Senators Baseball Network.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system.
Into the right-handed batter's box steps the shortstop, John Martinez, for his third time this evening. First offering backs him up for ball one. Had an RBI single in the fourth inning. Big Train scored 2 in that frame. Bethesda has put it on Southern Maryland throughout the season, especially right here at Shirley Povich. But tonight, the Senators, they are battling into the wind, the 1-0. Waved at. Bryce Harder remains in the contest. 6-foot right-hander out of Wofford College. Didn't pitch there as a freshman this season. Into his motion, here it comes, and it hit Martinez. Caught him on the hip, and the leadoff man is aboard. Senators have hit the batter to begin each of the last 2 innings. It was Aiden Milburn who hit Alex Peltier to start the 5th. Bryce Harder came on for him and was able to limit the damage largely in that inning. And now Harder out there for his second inning of work. Big Train have left on 5 tonight. First pitch, Corbin swings and fouls it back. That's been the trouble for Southern Maryland this evening. They have left a total of 6 base runners on. Scott Middleton really wanted better from the squad in scoring them. Harder a check on the runner. Back with the dive goes Martinez. Martinez is a threat to steal a base. He's got 8 steals on the season. The 0-1 misses down and away. No outs, bottom of the 6th. 4-2 Big Train in front. Parker Corbin, left-handed batter. What keeps him in the lineup? is his absurd number of walks. 31 bases on balls this season. The pitch, fastball, strike on the outer edge. And for Corbin, that's 31 walks compared to just 18 strikeouts. You can be put in the order if you can get on base, and that's what Corbin does. However, he has struggled against this particular team. 0 for 15 on the season against Southern Maryland. Harder ready, here it comes. Swinging in a pop-up foul behind home plate. Corbin got some experience this season as a freshman over at Maryland. Batted .242 with 7 walks, made 12 starts. It's increasingly tough to do that as a freshman. Check on the runner, back with a dive, and safely goes Martinez. With the transfer portal, it's just so hard for freshmen to be in a starting role at Power 4 programs. The 1-2 misses down low. You hear the ERA 6.35, but Harder, there's only been 2 appearances of the 8 he's made this season where he's given up 2 or more runs. Gave up 2 back on June 28th against the Crop Dusters and 3 on July 20th against the Crop Dusters. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Corbin set down looking, and there's 1 away in the bottom of 6. Second punch out of the evening for Bryce Harder after it ended things with 1 in the 5th.
Now batting the catcher, Dylan
And in steps
Murphy.
Dylan Murphy. He's the catcher. Having a tough night at the plate. 0 for 2. But there's just so much danger in pitching to this Big Train order. First pitch, and ran in and got him. Got him on the left hand, and so it's first and second. Now they're going to call an umpire meeting. As our home plate umpire, it seemed like just called time. He's going to have a chat with everyone. Seems like he maybe thinks it hit off the nub of the bat. We'll just have to wait and see. Nichols behind home for the Senators certainly thought so. So they will indeed award Dylan Murphy first base.
Now batting the center fielder,
So Harder has
Alex
hit 2 batters this inning. Those are the only 2 men that have gotten aboard. Tough, though, to be back to the top of the order for the Big Train. And now you got to work with 2 men on and only 1 out. Harder from the belt. A look to second. His pitch. Peltier squares to bunt. Lays it down the third base side. Harder bare hands. Throw to first is offline. Krause will catch it. But he's off the first base bag. And now there's only 1 out and the bases are loaded. Peltier with some real speed. And he's able to work aboard on a bunt single.
Brennan Wright.
Brennan Wright up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 this evening. Exactly who you want up in this situation. 1 out, bottom 6, and an opportunity to add more for the Big Train. The pitch, swinging a liner into straightaway center field. Trock will make the catch. Tagging and scoring from third is John Martinez, and the Big Train have 1 more. 5-2, Bethesda in front. So that'll go down as a sacrifice for Brandon Wright, who drives home a run. And in steps Josh Skoronsky. He's reached all 3 times up, all via different methods. A base hit back in the first, then a walk in the third, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th, in which Brennan Wright was set down. 2 outs, 2 men on, first and second, bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch. Swung on and pulled on the ground to first. Krause will glove and take it to the bag himself and end the 6th. 5-2, Big Train in front. They match the Senators in the 6th inning. We go to the 7th on the Senators Baseball Network after this.
Silent auction is wrapping up.
Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more.
"6'3" right-hander on out of the bullpen is Tyler Brashear, on in replacement of Kide Atatui, who had an absolutely fantastic start this evening. He only gave up 2 runs across 6 innings. You can't ask for much more than that in a playoff game. But if you'll believe it, that's far below his mark on the season. He had only given up 1 run across 29 innings coming in tonight. So the Senators figured him out at least a little bit this evening. This is still a ball game. Senators trail by 3 runs going to the top of the 7th. Brashear out of ECU, East Carolina University. First pitch, swing and a miss from Dawson Smale. Smale is 0 for 2 tonight. Went down looking his last time up. All 4 punch-outs tonight for Atatui were looking. The 0-1, waved at. Brashear really pumping in the fastball now. He's got a 4.9 ERA on the season. Despite that 2-0 record, he's made 1 start. The pitch backs up Smale for ball 1. Brashear has made 8 appearances, only 14 2/3. Back on July 5th, only threw a third of an inning, so he's been a short-term reliever at times. The pitch, swing and a miss. Pumped the fastball by him that time, and down goes Smale swinging. Second time Smale's been punched out tonight, and the lineup card flips over for Scott Middleton. Back with Nick Flores, who's been a big part tonight. He doubled in the 5th, had a double in the 1st as well. Came around to score for the first run of this contest. Since then, a lot more has transpired. Big Train lead 5-2. Righty on righty to Flores, the pitch. Called strike on the inner edge. Big Train have scored in each of the last 3 innings. Got 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Southern Maryland scored in the 6th as well. 0-1. Curveball that drops in, strike 2. Boy, Brashear is finding the zone with incredible consistency. It's really only been one outing, one bad one earlier in the season that's got Brashear's ERA where it is. The 0-2. Flores swings and bounces it foul towards the right. In the last 4 1/3 that Brashear has thrown, he has not given up a single run, only 2 hits allowed, has walked 1 and struck out 7. Well, he's been a tough guy to get to as a recent. And that's why Sal Colangelo's got him going tonight after he had a bit of a rocky start to the season. From the belt, here it comes. Low and away, ball 1. Brashear gave up 2 runs in his first appearance, way back in the first game of the season against the Grays here at Shirley Povich. A game that the Big Train lost. Bethesda actually lost their first 2 games of the season. 1-2. Fastball away. Big Train coming in tonight, 19-3 in the last 22 games. They've really put it together, but the Senators starting to find it out down the stretch this season. 5-5 in their last 10. The pitch, swinging a jam shot grounder towards the second baseman right, who gloves, throws on to Gonzalez, who is pulled off the bag by the throw, and Flores will reach safely. So Senators catch a break there on an E4, and in steps Adam Trock, the left-handed batter. Senators with 5 left-handed hitters in the order coming in tonight. They are absolutely helped by the fact that the Big Train go to a righty out of the bullpen. Also gives them the opportunity to maybe steal a few more bases. Something they've been wanting to do. Check on the runner. Flores back in with a dive. Trock, a local kid, told me earlier this season he grew up coming to Big Train games, attended a lot throughout high school, yet couldn't pass up the opportunity to play for Scott Middleton. The pitch, swinging a foul tip, it's strike 1. And these Senators players, Trock may be the most shining example of it, really love playing for this guy. Demands a lot of respect. The 0-1, swinging a broken back liner into left field, base hit. So Trock able to just swing through the chopped wood that time, and the Senators have 2 men aboard with only 1 out in the 7th.
Now batting the left fielder, Logan Tribble.
And in comes Logan Tribble. Clutch moment for him. And he really lives for these. He has just been hitting the ball on another level as of late. Last night, he had the walk-off double to win things against the Grays and send the Senators to the semifinal meeting. Now he squares to bunt and takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Temperature sitting up in the high 70s. Beautiful night to be at Shirley Povich Field. Bugs starting to fly around a little bit. Trock and Flores aboard. They both got some speed. It's the 1-0. Tribble once more squared to butt. Tried to pull back. He's called going around. And now Scott Middleton wants it to get appealed down to first base, and he is quite upset. Disappointed that there was no appeal down to first base, and the home plate umpire instead says Tribble went around on a bunt attempt. Brashear comes set the 1-1. Squares to bunt and lays it down right in front of home plate. Brashear off the mound and he slips. There will be no throw. Tribble able to bunt for a single, and now they're loaded up with only one out. And this brings up Steven Kraus. Drives, runs in with the best of them. Steven Kraus, third on the team in RBIs.
Steven Kraus.
After Tribble laid down an absolutely picture-perfect bunt. One away, top of 7. Southern Maryland have them loaded. They trail by 3 runs. Kraus had a double in the 6th inning. The pitch backs him up for ball 1. Kraus that last time up ripped a double into the right center field alley. He has found that spot so many times over at the Senators' home stadium of Regency Furniture Stadium. But it's so hard to hit it out there that Kraus, the 1-0, swing and a miss. He's hit 3 triples this season. That because that right center field gap at Regency Furniture Stadium is kind of just a dungeon for baseballs. The 0-1-1, Kraus swinging in a jam shot, little flare into shallow left. Martinez back, and he makes the catch. So there's 2 gone now in the inning with the bases loaded for the Senators. And in comes Danny Surowick.
Now batting the third baseman, Danny Surowick.
So that time, Brashear came inside on Kraus. And does it to great success. 2 away, top of the 7th. Bases are loaded. Senators trail by 3 runs. First pitch, Surowick takes a called strike at the bottom of the zone. This feels like the moment for the Senators. Surowick has really swung the bat increasingly well as the season's gone along. The 0-1. Check swing, and he fouled it off. It seems like it got the catcher Murphy. So once more, all the umpires will come and have a meeting. There has been a lot of talking this evening. We'll see if this is just a prelude for what comes tomorrow night. This is game 1 of a potential 3-game series, best of 3. Senators and Big Train. Bethesda, they've been the top team in the league all season. 27-8 record. First winning record in the Senators franchise history. 19-16 this season. So this is a long chat between our umpiring crew. Regardless, the bases will be loaded with 2 outs. We'll see if it's a ball or a foul ball. We'll just have to wait and see what the ruling is here. It's really an extended chat now. And Danny Surowick just has to wait and see. Now they're going to have a chat with Sal Colangelo, so I'm wondering if things will be changing here. Boy, taking a long time to delineate this one. And certainly that's because of the big-time moment in this game. And they'll rule that Danny Surowick was hit by the pitch. So Senators bring a run home. And now it's 3-5. Southern Maryland only behind by 2.
Now batting the right fielder, Carter Groen.
Sal Colangelo disappointed walking off the field. Throwing his hands down, and tension certainly rising. No doubt about that. 2 outs, top of the 7th. bases are still loaded up for Carter Groen. He's really done a better job of staying within himself recently. First pitch, Groen swings and grounds it to the second baseman, Wright, who will throw on to Gonzalez to retire the side. Senators able to push one across off a hit by pitch. And it is 3-5. Big Train in front as we go to the bottom of 7 on the Senators Baseball Network.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal.
Gonzalez.
Senators have certainly put some pressure on the best team in the league tonight. 5-3, Big Train in front. But this is one of the closer games that the Big Train has played in a while. First pitch to Gonzalez misses outside with a fastball. Southern Maryland throughout the season, they have struggled at this place. Shirley Povich Field and the Big Train have absolutely dominated. 17-4 here at home. The 1-0 in there with the breaking stuff. Emilio Gonzalez, the best hitter in the entire league. He's 6 for 14 against the Senators this season, the 1-1. Misses away with a heater. Here we are, bottom 7th. 5-3, Big Train lead. Southern Maryland left them loaded in the top of 7. The pitch. Up and away with a curveball. Temperature reads 79 degrees out on the scoreboard at Shirley Povich Field. The 3-1. Misses outside with a heater. And just like that, Emilio Gonzalez has a 5-pitch walk. So Senators keenly aware of the threat of pitching to Emilio Gonzalez, and he has reached for the 3rd time tonight. This brings up Peyton Steele, right-handed batter. 0 for 2, a hit by pitch in the 4th. Steele plays for Alabama collegiately. The pitch waved at, strike 1. He's a native of Decatur, Alabama. So a dream for a lot of youngsters to play for the top team in their home state as far as college goes. And Steele has gotten to do exactly that, the 0-1. Drops in there with a slider. Alabama, a pretty quality baseball state. And Steele was ranked 14th best recruit coming out of his class in the state. Harder from the belts. He lets it fly. Inside. Count moves to a ball and a strike. Man aboard is Emilio Gonzalez. Only 2 stolen bases this season, so not too much of a threat to take off. Righty on righty to steal the pitch. Upstairs with a fastball. 2-2. No outs, bottom 7. Senators and Big Train trying to move one step closer to the league championship series. This is the first game of a best-of-3 series between the Senators and Big Train. 2-2, swing and a miss. Gonzalez with a delayed steal, and he's able to make it to second. So Harder retires steal swinging, but Gonzalez able to move up 90 feet.
Now batting the designated hitter.
Third punch out of the evening for Bryce Harder, who struck him out at a good rate. And in steps Brett Ott. Southern Maryland's got a pretty quality start out of Aiden Milburn tonight. Gave up 4 runs across 4 innings, 6 hits. I mean, it's tough to pitch against this team. The offering is up and away. Ott pulls back a bunt attempt. Big Train rule nearly every offensive stat category. They are batting .308 as a team this season. The 1-0. Down and in. A ball. Considering everything tonight to this point, got to give some credit to the Senators pitching. They have only given up 5 runs thus far to a team that scores 9.2 runs a game. Kick and lets it fly. A curveball down low for ball 3. Brett Ott, one of the many left-handed batters in the order, plays his college ball at Sacramento State. Been fantastic against the Senators this season. Had a triple earlier in the contest. The pitch. Fastball in there. Ott 4 of 9 against Southern Maryland pitching on the campaign. 2 walks in that time as well. Look back to second at Emilio Gonzalez. The pitch misses in the other batter's box for ball 4. So 5-pitch walk for Ott, and now there's 2 men on with only 1 away in the inning.
Now batting the shortstop.
Southern Maryland got 1 in the top half of the 7th, and you really want to hold Bethesda here and try to solidify that run you scored a moment ago and try to build back into this game. Ryan Kaslavage will call for time. He's out to have a chat with Bryce Harder. The infield will come join Kaslavage to talk with Harder. Trying to go out there, give him a moment to rest, reset things. 5-3, Big Train in front, so it's well within striking distance for the Senators. Got to be impressed with the fight they put up tonight. Tomorrow evening, it will be the Senators batting second, their technical home game. They only get 1 in this series, with it being a best-of-3, and that will be played right here at Shirley Povich tomorrow evening because the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs are over at Regency Furniture Stadium. Certainly unfortunate that the Senators can't play a home game in this series, and instead they got to make about an hour-and-a-half trip up the Beltway here to Bethesda. The pitch. Down and away with the off-speed stuff. And this is John Martinez. He was gunned down at home earlier in the game in the 4th inning, where he tried to score after they appealed to second, the 1-0. Swung on a rip past the glove of Surwick at third. It's into the left field corner. Gonzalez gets the go sign. They will hold up Ott at third, and Martinez has an RBI double in the 7th. And here's Scott Middleton. That will do it for Bryce Harder this evening. He gave up 2 runs across the 2 1/3 he went. Relatively quality out of the pen from Bryce Harder. That will be it for him tonight. We're back with more baseball after this on the Senators Baseball Network. Big Train 6, Senators 3.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search somdbluecrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal.
On out of the bullpen comes Tyler Mitchell. He's out of Norfolk State University. 6'2", 195-pound right-hander. First offering to Parker Corbin. He takes up and outside for ball 1. Mitchell, a 7.5 ERA this season, has pitched in 9 games. Last through on July 20th against the Crop Dusters. That nearing the end of the season for Southern Maryland. The 1-0, low and away. And for Mitchell, it was interesting. He didn't throw for about almost 3 weeks in the middle of July. Pitched on July 3rd against the Aces. Here it comes. Bounces in the dirt and off the face mask of Jax Nichols. So quickly 3 balls to Parker Corbin, a guy that walks a whole ton. Leads the team in that category. That's largely the reason he stays in this lineup for Sal Colangelo. Just hitting 190 on the campaign, but 31 walks. Mitchell, a high setup at his eye level. The 3-0. Fastball strike on the outer edge. Mitchell, last time he pitched, threw 2 1/3, gave up 2 runs. Allowed 5 hits, 1 walk, struck out 4. 3-1, misses high, and he walks Corbin. So they're loaded up in the bottom of 7 for Bethesda, who's trying to tack on some more.
Now batting the catcher, Dylan Murphy.
And Dylan Murphy comes to the plate. Already 1 in the inning for the Big Train. They lead 6-3. Dylan Murphy, the catcher, swings it from the right side. 0 for 2 tonight so far. The pitch. Fastball, strike at the knees. Painted the bottom of the zone that time to Murphy. Dylan Murphy early on this season split time with other starting catcher Jacob Hawk. The 0-1. Swinging a bouncer back to the mound. Mitchell gloves, he throws home. Nichols now guns down to first, and they got him. Pretty double play turn for the Senators to get out of the inning. Mitchell off the mound makes the throw home, and then Nichols lets a throw absolutely rip down to first base, and that will do it for the bottom of 7. We head to the 8th inning. Big Train 6, Senators 3 on the Senators Baseball Network.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search somdbluecrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today.
Top of the 8th inning. Senators running out of time a little bit here, but they've done a great job against the Big Train tonight. You got to say, all things told, this is one of the best pitching staffs in the entire league against the Senators lineup that has struggled going down the stretch this season. They started to pick it up a little bit late in the campaign, but through the middle of the season, had a tough go of it. Still out there, Tyler Brashear, first offering to Nichols, misses down low for ball 1. Nichols just has the ability to rise to the occasion, lives for the big moments. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him that time, and Brashear is really popping the glove tonight. Works the fastball up into the low 90s. Nichols, a single his last time to the plate in the 6th inning. He was left stranded there. The pitch, up high. Nichols spent his freshman season at Motlow State Community College, sat out due to an injury. Dealt with an injury on his right hand. He's recovered since then, 2-1. Swing and a fly ball into shallow right field. On comes Steele, who makes the shoulder high grab. 1 gone. So the leadoff man in Nichols is retired in the 8th inning. And that'll give way to Calvin Cook. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Single in that 2nd inning where the Senators were kept off the board. They left 2 stranded there. Southern Maryland trying to score more of the runners. They've left a number of them stranded. First pitch, Cook squares the bunt and pulls it back on strike 1 called. So Dawson Smale would have been in the on-deck circle, but out warming up is Chet Bowling taking a few practice swings. The pitch fouled to the screen. It's 0-2. One out, top of the 8th. Senators and Big Train. This to move 1 step closer to the league championship series. And a best-of-3 series between Southern Maryland and Bethesda that begins tonight. 0-2. Misses in the other batter's box for ball 1. Cook, one of these many guys on the team from Middle Tennessee State. Great relationship with the father of Jax Nichols over there, does Scott Middleton. The 1-2. Cook takes called, strike 3. Brashear paints the bottom part of the zone, and now there's 2 away in the 8th. In comes Chet Bowling. We'll have to wait and see what they do with him defensively, if there's a replacement for him, or if they try to give it a go with him out in right field. He played that earlier in the season, but yesterday Scott Middleton told me he doesn't expect to have him play the field at all during this postseason run. Bowling dealt with a bad groin injury about 3 weeks back, and it's just fantastic what Bowling's been able to do at the plate recently, considering he hadn't taken a live at-bat in 3 weeks.
Number 17.
He had a double his first time up last night. That was in the 2nd inning. Southern Maryland were ultimately victorious 3-2. First pitch, Bowling takes inside, ball 1. It's game 1 of a 3-game series between the Big Train and Senators. Southern Maryland certainly got to in some way be encouraged by how much of a fight they've been able to put up tonight. The 1-0. Up high, ball 2. And Scott Middleton, that's what he loves about this team. They've got that fighting spirit. They'll go blow for blow with you until they can't anymore. And even when they can't, they'll still be trying to swing from their knees. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. At least stats-wise, it feels like it's going to be an uphill battle in this series against the Big Train, who rank first in so many offensive categories. Scott Middleton put such an emphasis in recruiting this offseason on offense. He got a lot of great bats. The pitch. Swinging a broken bat, roller to third. It's gloved by Corbin, shuffles to his left, and guns down Bowling to end the 8th. So we go bottom 8. 6-3, Big Train in front, trying to tack on some more insurance. You're listening to it right here on the Senators Baseball Network.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more.
Bottom of the 8th inning. Senators and Big Train this evening. Bethesda in front 6-3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Alex Peltier, a one-spot hitter, will lead things off in the 8th. He is 2 for 4 tonight, 2 for 3, excuse me. Hit by a pitch in the 5th. Singled his last time up in the 6th. Tyler Mitchell remains in the contest. First offering, swinging a foul tip, strike 1. Well, a whole slew of hits on both sides. Southern Maryland, 12 hits to this point, 10 for the Big Train. Just too many squandered opportunities thus far for the Senators. The 0-1, a curveball just outside. Peltier got some great experience this season as a freshman over at East Carolina. Made 43 starts, batted .211. The pitch. Backs him up for ball 2. Peltier, 5 of his last 13 at the plate. He's got a triple in that time. Leads the team in stolen bases as well, so it's really a danger to walk this kid. Here it comes. Swinging a fly ball foul towards the right side. Winner of this series between the Senators and Big Train goes through to the League Championship Series. They will play the winner of the Crop Dusters and Aces series that started tonight as well. They're tied at 7 in the 10th inning over at Frank Mann Field. 6-3 here, Big Train. 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball, and there's one down in the bottom of 8.
Now batting the second baseman, Brennan Wright.
So you got to tell you about some defensive changes for Scott Middleton. They moved Cale Vincent over to third base in replacement of Chet Bowling, and then Danny Surwick goes out to right field. So Dawson Smale was taken out for Chet Bowling, who was a pinch hitter in the top of the 8th. So they needed to replace him because he is in no shape to be playing in the field. And they do exactly that by putting Cale Vincent over at third. In comes Brennan Wright, left-handed hitter. He's been fantastic this season. .371. First pitch takes outside for ball 1. Top 5 in the league in batting average. Just playing at another level at the moment. 32 walks, only 11 strikeouts. That's how you carve out an everyday role. The pitch. Misses well away. Temperature has dipped down to 77 degrees, according to the scoreboard out in left center field at Shirley Povich. High set for Mitchell. His 2-0. Swung on and ripped down the left side. It's foul. Boy, Wright really got into that one, but is unable to keep it fair. So it's 2-1. 1 out, bottom 8. Big Train in front by 3. Seems like the tension between these two teams has calmed down at least a little bit as the game's gone along. 2-1. Swinging a bouncy ball back up the middle. It's through into center field. Wright's got a 1-out base hit. That gives way to Josh Skorotsky. Left-handed hitting left fielder. A single in the first inning that drove home a run. That was Alex Peltier. First run on the board for the Big Train. They then didn't score again until the 4th inning. Senators scored in the first as well, but they were out scoreless again until the 6th. First pitch, Skorotsky takes a strike on the down and away corner. Wright with some speed, 11 steals on the season. Always a threat to run. Second on the team in steals. The pitch. Curveball that drops in there, strike 2. We're talking about it yesterday, but it's become rarer and rarer that guys throw the traditional curveball in baseball nowadays. Tyler Mitchell does exactly that. Here it comes. Swung on and fought foul back to the screen. Old Josh Skorotsky had really been struggling a little bit coming in tonight. 2 of his last 12 at the dish. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, but Ripped a clutch RBI single in the first. Big Train can score with the best of them. Best offense in the whole league. The pitch down in the dirt. It's blocked by Nichols. So Wright has to hold that first. Nichols will call time and go have a quick chat with Tyler Mitchell. Very brief, and is back to retrieve his mask from the home plate umpire. Coming down the stretch, Big Train and Senators tonight. Bottom of the 8th inning, 1 out, a man aboard. Big Train have scored each of the last 4 innings. The 1-2. Swinging a bouncing ball to second. Only play is at first, where Cook will shovel on to Krause. There's 2 away. So Cook had to come in a long way on a slow roller from Skowronski.
Emilio Gonzalez.
And so down goes Josh Skowronski, but Brennan Wright will move into scoring position for Emilio Gonzalez. Well, at some points, you almost just question pitching around this kid. He's 2 for 3 tonight. A walk as well last time up. First pitch. He takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. Tyler Mitchell came on last inning for Bryce Harder, who threw 2 and a third. The pitch swung and smacked into right field. Diving effort, and Serwick made the grab. Oh, that's out of this world. Danny Serwick with a nice diving catch to keep the score where it is. Senators trail by 3 runs. They got to get the bats going. We go to the 9th inning. Southern Maryland and Bethesda in Game 1 of a best-of-3 series.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a Game Day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. Seeking investment management help? Well, look no further than GDS Investments. With over 20 years of experience, Glenn Serwick has the knowledge and experience to help you make informed investment decisions. The company maintains full transparency, allowing you to view your account activity at any time so there are no delays or surprises. Go to gdsinvestments.com today to learn more. GDS Investments, there to guide you when the winds change.
Last opportunity for the Senators bats to get going tonight. They trail by only 3 runs, so they've kept it close. The Arms, for the most part, have done a pretty good job against the most potent offense in the league.
Now batting for the Senators, the shortstop.
And it's a fresh start at the top of the order with Nick Flores. He's reached 3 of 4 times this evening. Couple of doubles to his name. First pitch, he takes a called strike on the inner edge. Tyler Brashear still in the game. He came on for Gide Atatui. Atatui got the start tonight and was fantastic in that. The pitch. Flores. Another called strike. This has been the MO for Brashear ever since he came on. Filling up the zone and painting the edges. From the belts, he lets it fly. Swung on a foul back to the screen. Flores stays alive. No matter the count, Nick Flores is never an easy guy to get out, and he's done a good job this season against the Big Train in particular. Hoping to carry that throughout this series. Game 1 of a best of 3. The pitch. Came in and hit Flores right on the back. So the leadoff runner aboard, and thankfully for Flores, it was a breaking pitch from Bashir that got him. So the leadoff man aboard, doesn't really matter how you get him there. Flores had to wear a pitch. Nonetheless, he's at first base. Would wonder if he's in motion at all, with his run just being one of 3 that the Senators will need. There's a swing and a miss at strike 1 from Adam Truck. Hometown kid, and boy would it be big if he could deliver. Well, he's from Bethesda. They are the Bethesda Big Train, but they play here in Rockville, Maryland. Set, and the pitch. Truck takes high. Hitting .328 this season. For a while, he was up near the top in batting average in the league. Bashir ready. And now a check on the runner. Back with a dive goes Flores. No outs, a man on. 1-1 count to Truck, top of the 9th inning. Senators down by 3. Here's the pitch. Up and away, ball 2. Truck has got unbelievable speed, as showcased on an infield single back in the 3rd inning. The pitch. Swung on and flared foul towards the left side. Truck plays over at Duke University. Was in the transfer portal, but looks like he will stay at Duke this upcoming fall down in Durham, North Carolina. The 2-2. Truck fights it foul. Big for Scott Middleton to get a guy like Truck on his team. Has a very close relationship with this kid, and Truck, one of the most humble guys you'll meet. Just moves with a quiet confidence. Here's the 2-2. Up high, and Truck works it full. Senators approaching this inning just 1 at-bat at a time. Try to get him aboard and then knock him in. Something they haven't been able to do much of tonight, but hoping the fortunes can change in the 9th. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him that time. And there's 1 gone. This brings up Logan Tribble, who was the hero last night. 3 of 4 this evening. Southern Maryland, their runs came in the 1st with 1, and then 1 in the 6th, then 1 in the 7th. Held scoreless in the 8th. First pitch, Tribble squares the bunt, and he pops it foul behind home plate. Bunted for a single his last time up to load the bases. Senators really missed some opportunities there in the 7th inning. Left the bases loaded there. Tribble has incredible hands for bunting. The 0-1. And now he bunts it down the first base side, and Brashear will underhand flip to Gonzalez, and there's 2 down. So there's 2 away for Steven Krause, who doubled back in the 6th inning. Ripped 1 into the right center field gap. That was back off Kide Atatui. who gave up 10 hits. Southern Maryland just ultimately unable to do much damage as far as scoring goes. They did score 2. The pitch came in and hit Krause on the right elbow. So the game-tying run, and Danny Surowick will come to the plate. Brashear has hit 2 batters this inning and was a controversial hit-by-pitch last time he faced Surowick and put home a run for the Senators. They had the bases loaded in that 7th inning. And now Surowick, who's gotten hot tonight. 2 for 2, hit by pitch and a walk, 2 singles. Up in the biggest of moments. First pitch takes outside, ball 1. Two away, top 9. Senators just 1 swing of the bat away from tying this ball game. Brashear comes home, misses high, and now Dylan Murphy behind home plate says, hey, calm down a little bit. Righty to the left-handed hitting Danny Surowick. Kicks and lets it fly. Called strike on the outer half. Big pitch for Tyler Brashear to paint the outer corner. So there's 2 away with 2 men on in the top of 9. The pitch swung on and fouled to the screen. Surowick right on that one. He's got 2 home runs on the season. And now they are clapping tonight in Bethesda. Senators down to their final strike of the evening. 2 away, top 9. Southern Maryland trails by 3. Brashear's 2-2 pitch. Surowick swings and pops it out of play. Six-3, Big Train in front. 2 men on, 2 outs, 9th inning. Here comes the pitch. Surowick takes down low. Surowick able to hold up that time. He's a native of Westchester, PA. Stays with the host family down in Southern Maryland near the Senator Stadium in Waldorf. Just to play for this team. The 3-2. Inside, and he walked him. Bases are loaded for Carter Groen. The ultimate equalizer. Groen had one of the biggest moments this season. Back a little over a month ago against the Alexandria Aces, where he hit a game-tying home run on the road. Well, he's in a similar situation tonight. He's got the bases loaded. Senators trail by 3 runs. And it's a guy who lives for the big moments. With that, there's a mound visit, and Sal Colangelo will pull Tyler Brashear from this ball game. He did a good job out of the bullpen. 2 2/3 for Tyler Brashear, who was able to hold the Senators' offense at bay for the most part. They're all loaded up for Carter Groen, new pitcher to tell you about after this. 2 outs, 9th inning. Carter Groen, a chance to equalize and even take the lead. Coming up after this break.
In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine, their commitment to serving customers is priority one.
Owen Stewart, been the finest bullpen arm on this team all season. 6'4" right-hander out of George Mason. First pitch, Groen takes upstairs for ball one. So Stewart, on in a unique situation, he's got to come out of the bullpen and immediately be good. The 1-0, low and outside. Stewart has showed some cracks recently. Through the first 9 games he threw this season, hadn't given up a single run. The pitch, called strike on the outer half, 2-1. Carter Groen lives for these big moments. And the 2-1. Groen checks his swing and takes low and outside. Boy, Stewart works at a breakneck pace. Steps on the mound and is almost immediately into his motion once he makes eye contact with Groen. The pitch. Check swing and he takes down low. Senators have tacked on 1. Southern Maryland only behind by 2 runs.
Now batting the catcher, Jax Nichols.
And in steps Jax Nichols. Big moment in this one tonight. An opportunity to drive home some runs. The pitch. Low and away for ball 1. Bases are loaded. 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Senators trail by 2. The pitch. Called strike at the belt. Stewart, across the last 4 innings, given up 3 runs. The pitch. Down low. And that was after Stewart, through 14 innings, hadn't given up a single run. Well, he's made 3 saves this season, so he's pretty familiar with this spot. 2-1. Outside for ball 3. And now Dylan Murphy saying, hey, calm down a little bit. We gotta focus up and maybe get this guy, because Senators are getting closer and closer. 3-1. Swinging a liner into center field. That's down in front of Peltier. They'll send the runner. It's past Peltier out in center field. And now they're going to send home another. Senators score all of them. They clear the bases. Southern Maryland's in front 7-6. Oh my goodness. Jax Nichols with the hit of a lifetime. Drives in 3, and Southern Maryland is in front late. Bases clearing double. First pitch misses upstairs to Calvin Cook. Well, now you would love to add on some insurance runs. Senators have scored 4 this inning already. The 1-0. Fastball strike at the bottom of the zone. Boy, there's nothing quite like playoff baseball. Stewart out of the stretch with Nichols aboard second, the 1-1. Cook swings and jams one foul towards the left side. So that puts the Senators just 3 outs away from victory tonight. Boy, a major swing in this contest. Kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got Cook. Took something off it that time, but Southern Maryland able to push across some runs against Owen Stewart, and the Senators are just 3 outs away. 7-6. Senators lead going to the bottom of the ninth. You won't want to miss this final half inning. Southern Maryland and Bethesda. We're back after this.
Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today. Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com.
Well, Tyler Mitchell experienced a very similar situation way earlier this season, back on June 12th. That time he came out of the bullpen in the 9th inning to lock things up against the Aces. Tonight, he's already on the mound, and he continues on against Peyton Steele. Bottom of the 9th inning, Senators in front by 1. First pitch, a fastball strike at the bottom of the zone to start off Peyton Steele. He's 0 for 3 this evening. Was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. Here it comes. Curveball in there. 0-2. That's a pretty Uncle Charlie that time out of Tyler Mitchell. And the Big Train, an incredibly potent offense. 0-2. Misses outside. Senators 3 outs away this evening. Mitchell knows this feeling all too well, where the bats came through in the 9th inning against the Aces a while ago now. 1-2. Swing and a pop-up foul down the left side. Well, I'd like to remind you of the defensive changes a little earlier in the contest for Scott Middleton. Cale Vincent has taken over at third, and they moved Danny Surwick out to right field. Made a fantastic catch to end that 8th inning. The 1-2. Swing and a roller to second. Cook gloves and guns down Steele for out number 1. So the Senators right there. Sweaty palms for Southern Maryland fans out there. So now there was some jawing between Steele and the Senators dugout as he headed back to the bench. These umpires just trying to keep things under control tonight. And this would be a big Game 1 victory for the Senators. First pitch, Ott takes down low for ball 1. Boy, Scott Middleton, he's commended the fight in this team all season. Showing no lack of it this evening. The pitch, up and away, 2-0. 1 out, bottom 9, 7-6, Senators lead by 1. Tyler Mitchell, though, seems to always rise to the occasion. Whenever he's got runs to spend, that will generally happen. But when he's got a lockdown, he's shown the ability to do that. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 3. Tyler Mitchell, though, been good tonight against the Big Train. Last time he pitched against Bethesda, June 29th, gave up 5 earned across 2/3. The 3-0. Fastball strike at the belt. Ott taken the whole way that time. Designated hitter, Brett Ott. 1 for 3 this evening. A triple in the 4th. That drove home a run in Peyton Steele. Mitchell, the high set. He lets it fly. In there at the bottom of the zone. Ott thought he had walked. So it's a full count with 1 out. Mitchell ready. His 3-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the heater by him. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of 9. Boy, these last 2 nights, if you aren't nervous, then I don't know what to tell you. There's probably something wrong.
Martinez.
Southern Maryland yesterday walked things off in the 9th inning against the Grays. This evening they were down 3 runs going into the 9th inning. First pitch down and away to John Martinez. In the top of 9 tonight, they scored 4 runs and took the lead. Martinez 2 for 3 this evening. The 1-0 up and in. Mitchell a moment ago just worked out of a 3-0 count against Brett Ott. Martinez, not a guy necessarily that'll take you deep, more of a contact hitter. The pitch. Swing and a bouncer foul towards the third base side. Southern Maryland an out away from going up 1-0 in the series. Late game heroics shown by the Senators. The 2-1. Swinging a broken bat, fly ball, shallow left field. Vincent, he can't make the running basket catch. And Martinez will have to hold that first, but this game continues on. Was a tough play for Vincent, going back on it on a broken bat. Little bloop shot from John Martinez. Nonetheless, man reaches with 2 outs in the 9th. And now Mitchell has got to get Parker Corbin. Corbin 0 for 3, the third baseman. He struggled at the dish tonight. First pitch, low and outside for ball 1. Walked his last time up. Corbin, a guy that walks a lot, but hitting just 190 on the season, has struggled really against Southern Maryland. 0 for 16 against the Senators. 1-0, swinging a jam shot, blooper foul towards the left side. Corbin, though, he's had the big-time feel over at college. Plays for the University of Maryland. Instead of returning home this summer to his native Loveland, Ohio, he's decided to stay in the Maryland area to play with the Big Train. The 1-1. Fastball down low. Two outs, bottom 9, 7-6 Senators. The word has been fight this evening. Southern Maryland, no lack of it. Here's the pitch. Called strike, 2-2. And just 1 strike away. Senators at one point were down to their final strike of the evening. And now, just 1 away from victory. Boy, in the most unlikely of fashions. 2-2. Outside for ball 3. A lot rides on this pitch. Tyler Mitchell takes a moment off the mound to himself and now circles around back to the first base side of the rubber. He peers in at his catcher, Jax Nichols, approves of the sign, the high set. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a jam shot back to the mound. Little bouncer. Mitchell will flip on to first. ball game. Senators were victorious tonight. Oh my, what a ball game. Southern Maryland snatches victory out of the jaws of defeat. They get 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning, and Southern Maryland is victorious tonight. Bows out in center and rack up another. Southern Maryland, they lead the series now 1-0 over the Big Train, and they just got to win one of the next 2. A big Game 1 victory for the Senators tonight. With that, we will have Game 2 live from Shirley Povich tomorrow night. Senators will bat second in that contest as the technical home team. That will do it for us tonight on the Senators Baseball Network. Your final, Senators 7, Big Train 6, and a miraculous victory this evening for Southern Maryland. With that, we say so long from Shirley Povich Field. I'm Cody Wagner. Have a good night, folks.